This is day 3 of the Know Your Worth challenge. My name is Maggie Palmer. For those of you who are new to the challenge, I would love to hear from you. What successes have you had today or this week asking for a discount? And that's the whole purpose of day 3 of the challenge, is to get comfortable, honestly, being a little uncomfortable, right? And the reason behind this, again, this is all based in psychology, right? So the reason behind this is I don't want the first time that you negotiate to be when you're in, a meeting with a recruiter or in a meeting with your boss. I want you to feel really comfortable negotiating and asking questions that sometimes make you feel a little bit anxious or a little bit nervous. I want you to have practiced that in a previous low consequence environment, right? And so that's why today's challenge is all about going to a big grocery store, a big box store, a Walmart, a Woolworths, a Whole Foods, whatever. Go to a supermarket. And I want you to grab your favorite candy, which in my case would be Smarties or M&Ms, because I'm a bit of a chocoholic, for better or worse. And I want you to take that up to the counter. I want you to take it to the checkout. I want you to say, hey, how you going? Hope you're having a good day. Quick question. I just wanted to know, would you be down to give me a discount on this candy? And I just want you to kind of sit with that. And I just want you to say nothing. So this exercise is pushing you out of your comfort zone to ask a question that's going to make you feel a little bit awkward. And it's also pushing you to get used to saying nothing. Because one of the things that I observe a lot with our students in the Career Level Up program is that we often negotiate with ourselves. Right? And we talk a lot more about that in the 8-week live program, which I can tell you more about in the next couple of days. But that's part of the reason of this little mini challenge today too, is to get comfortable asking a question and sitting in silence and letting the other party respond. So quick pop quiz. What do you think's going to happen when you ask for that discount? Tracy or Roxanne or Sally, I can see on my video. What do you reckon is going to happen when you ask for a discount at a supermarket? Tracy, your face.
Well, I think they're probably going to look at you and go, really? Give it a go, and you never know. I don't know if we find one that's broken, and so then they're going to give you a discount. But I know that's not the idea of the challenge. But I think they'll be a little bit hesitant to start with, and then maybe say no or go for it.
Well, you make a good point that, it's possible that they could say yes, right? And we have actually had a student once before, Tracy. She asked for a discount. I think she got like a block of chocolate or something. And the person at the checkout said, well, we have a pensioner discount, so I could give you 5% off. Like I could ring it up as a pensioner. That was a win for them. The intention is not even necessarily to get a discount, although I know some of you have had discounts. So let me know in the chat. Someone emailed me earlier, I think it was Sally, saying they got a discount on their cell phone. Tanya sent me an email through about a success they've already had with their Airbnb booking this week. So we're saving money left, right, and center, and I love to see that. But again, the point is I want you to ask. Because let's be honest, you're probably not going to see that person again. It's no skin off their nose if they say yes or no to you, right? Like I'm not in the interest of you taking money away from small businesses. I want you to practice this at a big grocery store or with a big cell phone company, pick up the phone and ask for a discount on your cell phone or something like that, right? And the intention is really for you to get comfortable asking the question and seeing what happens. And again, let me know if you've had a win today already. I know some of you have just woken up, so you'll be about to do the challenge today. But it's really interesting because a lot of us think, I could never ask that. I'd be mortified. I'd pass out on the spot from embarrassment. But the good news is that you won't. You will kind of hate me a little bit, maybe, because it will be a bit awkward. But there's method to the madness. And this goes back to the concept that a lot of you would have heard of in psychology, exposure therapy, right? Which is the concept that if something scares you or gives you anxiety or nerves, or if you're not used to doing something, it's like what we do at school, right? We practice. We practice. And the more that we practice, the better that we get. So the more that you expose yourself to mini negotiations, asking little questions here and there that are pushing you a little bit out of your comfort zone, the more you do that in a low consequence, safe environment, the more confidence you're going to take when you're negotiating for your first 6-figure job or when you're negotiating for a 27% pay rise, right? Or when you're asking to be promoted to a manager or to a director or to lead a team of 3 people or 30 people. I know we've got some very impressive people on the call, right? So wherever you are on your journey, practicing in a safe environment is really going to set you up for success in that next stage. Lana says that they used to ask okay, cool. So yeah, Lana asked to use a spa facility at a fancy hotel. I love that for you. They said it's only for guests, so they turned Lana down, but at least you asked the question. Right. The world doesn't stop spinning. I'm here to tell you the world's going to go on. And when we were building today's challenge with Bri, our psychologist, one of the most common internal thoughts that holds us back from asking for a raise, from asking for discounts, all those kinds of things, comes back to fear. Right? The fear of what is going to happen if I ask, the fear of the unknown, the fear that maybe you'll hurt your boss's feelings by asking the question, the fear that maybe you'll be perceived as high maintenance. Let me know with an emoji if that's something that worries you when you think about asking for a raise or a promotion. The fear that you'll be perceived as ungrateful or maybe selfish. There's a lot of that kind of sits within each of us, and we carry that into those conversations, and it's not always healthy, right? So what we're seeking to do in this challenge today, I want it to take you less than 5 minutes. Hopefully your cell phone doesn't put you on hold for too long, your cell phone provider, if you decide to ask for a discount on your mobile phone plan instead of at the supermarket. But it is just a mini practice, right? And I want you to get used to this. Some of you may be used to negotiating at markets on the weekends. Sometimes the fruit and veggies, there's no prices, or perhaps if you're traveling, there's an expectation that you will sort of barter and sort of haggle over the price. I want you to lean into those situations and practice. Why not? You can still have these conversations and ask the questions, ask the question being polite with a smile on your face. You don't have to be rude about it. You don't have to screw people out of every last dollar. That's not what this is about. But you can ask the question, and you would have seen in my email today, I sent some screenshots when a couple of months ago we were doing, a bit of a remote work because of COVID, and we were just kind of like messaging a bunch of Airbnbs, and I always ask. I reckon maybe 30% of the time they say yes, maybe a bit more. Kind of depends. Like sometimes you'll save $50 a night. Sometimes you'll save like $500 off the whole booking. Sometimes they'll waive the cleaning fee, or sometimes they'll say, why don't you just stay one extra night? So like it does kind of add up. But it's honestly, I don't even really do it for the savings. The savings are a bonus, but I intentionally ask the question because I want to train my brain that it's really normal. And it is okay to ask. It is okay for them to say no. It's okay for my boss to turn down my request for a raise. It's okay for an Airbnb host to say no, the price is the price and it's fixed. That's fine. But I can still ask because, again, little by little, I'm training my brain. I'm getting that muscle in my brain bigger and bigger and bigger so that it feels really strong and confident when you walk into high consequence negotiations, like asking for a raise, like asking for a promotion, and all of those kind of good fun things. So that is your task for today, to go out there and ask for a discount. If you're going to do the grocery shopping, you can ask for a discount on your groceries or your chocolate at the checkout. If you don't want to leave the house today, that's fine. You can get on the phone and call your electricity provider, your cell phone provider, your cable company. If you're booking a holiday, lucky you, ask the Airbnb host or the Vrbo host if they'd be open to considering a discount. You will be very surprised at what happens. Julie is making the point, that you'll feel asked, you will feel awkward, and you're going to feel awkward. The first time you send a message on Airbnb asking for a discount, or, when the cell phone company representative answers, you're going to feel a bit like, I hate Maggie. Why did I sign up for this challenge? But again, I want you to step into the uncomfortable. And one of the things that, the Career Level Up program that we run goes for 8 weeks, and Megan's been through the program. I know there's a couple of students who've been in the program on the call today. Part of the curriculum is really set up to get you to be comfortable being uncomfortable, right? So the whole curriculum is set up so that there's baby steps throughout so that you push yourself, because you're here because you want more, right? And you're going places. And to get there, you can't do what you've always done. It doesn't work like that, right? You're going to have to make a jump. And to make a jump, the easiest way is to make mini jumps to get there, right? And that's what I'm here to help support you to do, to push you out of your comfort zone and to help you to practice and go through these situations in a safe environment so that when it's the real deal, you feel so much more confident. Jane's loving the exercise. I love it. If you have gone through this exercise, let me know in the chat what successes you've had. Yeah, so this is interesting too. Olivia's organizing a wedding. Congratulations. Great opportunity to negotiate there. Let us know how that goes too. Yeah, the person on the other side of the script. Yeah, if you're all going to the same supermarket as well, that'll be very interesting. They'll be like, there's a lot of people asking for discounts on Smarties today or M&Ms. This is very unusual. If you've got questions about a situation that you're going through, let me know in the chat. I would also love to know if anyone had any success celebrating a work win this week, which was part of yesterday's challenge, to reflect on one thing that you're really proud of that's happened to you this year. Someone was mentioning in email, they sent me an email to say that they got their HR qualification. Congratulations. Someone else has just graduated from their MBA, which is awesome. So reflecting on these successes is really powerful as well. You may even want to record in the app or in your list of wins the success that you have with today's challenge. So if you get, 10% off your cell phone bill, if you get a nice interaction with the person at the supermarket when you courageously ask for a discount, record that in the app too. I know it's a small win, but I want you to record these little small wins that you're having along the way. And I want you to really celebrate them. Because again, the whole purpose of this 5-day challenge is to shift your mindset little bit by little bit by little bit. And it's my hope that at the end of these 5 days, when we move on to the finale, which is going to really talk you through how do you apply this to a salary conversation, you're going to be so much more equipped to confidently walk in there and command the salary that frankly you deserve, right? Despite the economic situation that we're all currently in right now. So we are seeing people negotiate solid raises right now. And I'll get into a little bit more about the semantics of that in our masterclass later in the week. But I'm excited to hear from you all of the situations that you've had. And this is a great point that Jane's already actually using some of these techniques to negotiate for their employment situation. Yeah, flexible working hours and working conditions is a great thing that often we forget to negotiate. One of the things that I see happen a lot is people ask for a raise or promotion, they get told no, and they say, okay, thank you, and they walk away. And one of the things we're going to talk about in the next couple of days is there's so much more that you can do if you get given a no in a negotiation. No is not the end. No is not rejection, it is a redirection. And we talk a lot more about that in the 8-week program, and we're going to talk about that in the masterclass on Monday as well. So I will make sure that I keep you updated with more info in the email and in the Facebook group too. Make sure that you let me know what success do you have today asking for a discount. Post it in the Facebook group so that we can celebrate you. Send me an email if that's easier. If you're not on Facebook, that's totally fine. Kim has kindly popped the link to the group. And Ty has, okay, really cool. Ty's got a big conversation coming up this Friday. Okay, good luck, Ty. We're going to be cheering you on from the sidelines. If you've got any more questions, Ty, just pop them in the Facebook group chat and I can get back to you on some of those as well. Well, listen, always a pleasure, everyone. I'm happy to hang around if there's more questions, but otherwise I want you to go ahead and have a wonderful day or evening, depending on where you are. Keep me posted on all of those discounts. And if anything comes up for you, if that fear, anxiety is coming up, feel free to let me know that too. It's super normal as we're starting to flex that muscle. That muscle can get tired or sore or uncomfortable. That's really, really normal. And that's why we're practicing in places where it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they say no to your chocolate discount. Doesn't matter if your cell phone company hangs up on you. That's fine. It's not going to change your life. You still asked the question, and I'm really proud of you for doing that. So keep in touch. Yes, Pam's asking me a question too about what do you do if you hear no? So we're going to unpack that further later in the week. That is an entire module in the Career Level Up program. We're going to give some sneak peeks around that in the next 2 days though, so stay tuned for that. That's the next stage. If you get told no, then what? Very important to prepare for that. So I'll speak you through that over the coming days. All right, well, listen, I'm going to upload this recording to the YouTube channel, circulate that with you, and holler on Facebook or email if anyone's got more questions.